Alright, this is my little Pfsense box that I built here. Just a little cheap Roswell case, however you say that. It's a AMD 3 processor. I'm not sure. It's one of the lower end, not AMD, Ryzen 3. It's one of the lower end Ryzen 3 processors. I'm just using the stock cooler and the cheap fan that the case came with, the Roswell, and then I'm just using a cheap motherboard here. It's got one Ethernet port, but since it's a Pfsense box, I got an Intel gigabit NIC, and I labeled the WAN and LAN port before I unhooked it. And then I got my power supply in here. That's a EVGA 600 watt. It's a little bit overkill for just a Ryzen 3, but. And then I got this is like 120 gig SSD for Pfsense to load and store all of its logs on. That's probably a little bit overkill too, but then you can see the SATA cable right there. And then I get the front panel connectors hooked up, but I don't use the front panel I/O on this case. You get the power button there, reset, USB 3.0. Yep. And then this is the Intel gigabit NIC. I just put it into the very top slot because on this motherboard there's only one slot because it's so cheap. But I mean, you don't need major hardware to run Pfsense. And then this is a 2x8 gig kit, so I think it's a total of 8 gigs. I think I said that right. But it's an 8 gig DDR4 RAM. And I didn't overclock the CPU or nothing, but this is what does all my home routing. I just got my WAN there plugged in from my cable modem, and then my LAN goes into my switch. And this right here, it's kind of hard to get it back there. There's not a whole lot of space back there for cable management, but I mean, I think I got it pretty clean for what I got in here. I mean, I could hide that better, but. And then I like this SSD holder there. And then in the hard drive cage here, that's where I use to shove all the extra power supply cables because it's not modular. But this is what I got a Be Quiet fan on the front there. And then it draws in through the side there. It probably doesn't draw a whole lot of air. But then I got the Ryzen 3 sticker, if I can get in frame. I'm just using the integrated graphics. Because you just plug in your Ethernet cables into your NIC and then plug in your power supply and throw it in your closet. Now I got my Pfsense sticker that I put on there. But let me see if I can get this on here one-handed. Yep. And then that's just the front looks like on this case. I mean, it's a pretty tiny case, but this is my Pfsense build, the cheapest stuff that I could find that would work. I really wanted to build my own router. Alright, like and subscribe, guys. Thanks.